Hello class 12th. Welcome to the online tutorial sessions for economics. I am Avnash Lambert, your economics guru, and today we are going to continue our sixth chapter, which is the income determination and multiplier. Now, under this chapter, you are going to continue with the new topic, which is investment multiplier. And students, this is the most important, very important topic for your boards. Very important. From this topic, there could be a question of 3 marks or 4 marks or 6 marks. It's a must to learn question. It's a must to learn topic for your board preparation. So understand it very carefully. Now, what is investment multiplier? Basically, it is the ratio of, what is it? It is a ratio of change in income to change in investment. Whatever there is change in income to change in investment, that ratio is known as investment multiplier. Basically, investment multiplier shows the ratio between the initial increment in the investment. Means whatever the additional investment is there in resulting increment in income. Whatever investment is there, due to that increase in investment or additional investment, whatever there is an increase in the income. Fine. So that is the investment multiplier. Ratio between initial increment in investment in resulting increment in income. Fine. There is increasing investment, there is some additional investment due to which there is increase in income. That ratio is known as investment multiplier. Now this investment multiplier is denoted by K. Fine. Now the formula for investment multiplier is K is equal to delta Y upon delta I. Now delta Y means change in income and delta I means change in investment. I hope you have understood this. What is investment multiplier? Now, if I tell you that the value of MPC is 0.8. Now what is MPC? MPC means marginal propensity to consume. I take the value of MPC is 0.8 and you already know that the value of MPC, the maximum value of MPC can be 1. Fine. Now out of this MPC, what will be the MPS? You already remember the formula, which is MPC plus MPS is equal to 1. Now the maximum value of MPC can be 1 and the value of MPS is 0.8. Then the value of MPS will be 1 minus 0.8, that is MPS is equal to 0.2. Now, if you convert them into percentages, then the percentage value of MPC can be written as 80% and the value of MPS can be written as 20% because the maximum value is 1 only. Fine. And the value of MPC 0.8, it means 80% is being consumed. Out of the income, 80% has been consumed and 20% has been saved. So it's written like that. You already know the concept of MPC. Out of the total change in the income, whatever there is change in income, from that change in income, how much you are going to consume and how much you are going to save. So the percentage form of these values can be written as this. Now, suppose if the value of MPC was 0.7, then the percentage value will be 70% and the MPS percentage value will be 30%, and likewise you have to calculate that. Now, I hope you have understood it. One more example. Suppose the income is 100. In this case, if the income is 100 and MPC is 0.8, it means the value of MPC will be 80% and the value of MPS will be 20%. Fine. It means that the 80 rupees will be, 80 rupees and 20 rupees. It means You can also write it as 80% and 20%. Is that clear? Fine. Now let's come to the next one. Students, there are few other formulas of the investment multiplier. This K has two other formulas. The first formula is 1 upon 1 minus MPC, means marginal propensity to consume. So K is equal to 1 upon 1 minus MPC. Now the other formula can be derived. You already know the value of MPC plus MPS is equal to 1. You already know that. Now if you need the value of MPS, you can say that 1 minus MPC. If you change the place of MPC, if you bring that to the right hand side, then it will be MPS is equal to 1 minus MPC. So it means 1 minus MPC. 1 minus MPC can be written as K is equal to 1 upon MPS. So that is your second formula. Fine. This is your second formula. There are two formulas, 1 upon 1 minus MPC and 1 upon MPS. Both are the values of investment multiplier. I hope you have understood it. Fine. Now, for example, if we take the example of MPC is equal to 0.8. We are taking the same example. MPC is equal to 0.8. Now calculate K is equal to 1 upon 1 minus MPC, means 1 upon 1 minus 0.8 or 1 upon 0.2. Now it will be 5. Now the unit K means multiplier, means how many times you are gonna multiply your investment. Fine. So K, the unit of K will be times. How many times? So if your MPC is 0.8, it means your investment is going to increase your income by 5 times. Fine. Now let's do the same for this. Now if the value of MPC is 0.8, then the value of MPS will be MPC is 0.8, MPS plus 1. Bring that 0.8 here, then 1 minus 0.8, that is 0.2. Now the value of K will be 1 upon, what is the value of MPS? 0.2. It will be here also 5 times. So these are your two formulas. Now let's see the values and the relation between the multiplier and the MPS or MPC. Fine. Now if I take the value of MPC as 0, if the value of MPC is 0, what will be there? Answer, K is equal to 1 upon 1 only. That is 1 upon 1 means 1 upon 1, it means 1. Now if I take the value of 0.2, if the value of MPC is 0.2, then what will be the value of K? 1 upon 1 minus 0.2 means 1 upon 0.8. If you divide 1 by 0.8, that will be 1.25. Fine? 1.25. Now if I increase the value of MPC 0.5, now calculate the value. K is equal to 1 upon 1 minus MPC and the value of MPC is 0.5. 1 upon 1 minus 0.5 means 1 upon 0.5, that is 2. 1 upon 0.5, 2. Now if I increase the value of MPC to 1, suppose the value of MPC is 1, then what will be the value of K? 1 upon 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 means 0, and anything which is 0, that means infinite. If there is any value upward and if the value of this denominator is 0, then it means the value will be infinite. Fine. Now let's do the same for the MPS again. Now suppose the value of MPS is 0, 0.2, 0.5 and 1. Fine. Now we will see what is the change in the multiplier. Now MPS is equal to 0, 1 upon 0, infinite. 1 upon 0.2, 1 upon 0.2, that is 5. Fine. Now 1 upon 0.5, that is 2, and 1 upon 1, that is 1. Now if you see that in this MPC and multiplier, MPC and the relation between MPC and multiplier, you see when the MPC is increasing 0, 0.2, 0.5 and 1, the multiplier is also increasing 1, 1.25, 2 and infinite. And if you see the relation between in multiplier and MPS, when the MPS is increasing from 0, 0.2, 0.5, 1, the multiplier is decreasing from infinite, 5, 2 and 1. So it shows that the relation between MPC and multiplier is a direct relation. It means if MPC is increasing, the multiplier is also increasing. This will be your curve for the relation between MPC and multiplier. And for the MPS and multiplier, there is an inverse relationship. It means if MPS is increasing, multiplier is decreasing, or if MPS is decreasing, the multiplier is increasing. So the curve will be downward sloping. Now this downward sloping and upward sloping means, suppose this was the point. Now if you are going to increase your MPC to this point, it means that the multiplier is also going to increase. If MPC is increasing, it means multiplier is also increasing. Now see here, suppose this was the MPS, this is the point, and if you want to increase the MPS, then the multiplier is going to decrease. I hope you have understood it. Fine. If you want to increase the MPC, then it's going to increase the multiplier also. And if you want to increase the MPS, then you have to decrease the multiplier. So that is the relation, the direct relation and the inverse relation. Now students, for the MCQ, you could be asked that what is the minimum value of K? What could be the minimum value of K? So the minimum value of K, what is the minimum value here? 1. What is the minimum value here? 1. So the minimum value of K will be 1. And what is the maximum value of K? What is the maximum value? Infinite. What is the maximum value? Infinite. So the maximum value will be infinite. I hope you have understood it. So this is the thing for today. I want you all to take a screenshot. The unit of K is always written in times. How many times you are going to multiply your investment? Now students, that's all for today's video. I hope you have understood a lot. In the next video, we are going to continue this investment multiplier as the new topic, which is working of investment multiplier, and it is the continuation of this topic. The videos are different, but it is in the continuation. So in the next video, we are going to complete this investment multiplier. And for today, that's all for this video. Stay home, stay safe, and see you soon.